I suggest we admire it from afar.
Stay low. It might not see us.
It would be too much to hope that's not...
What are you doing? Hold up before they see you, Mer Gresham! Look, down there. That lot are swarming all over the bridge. I don't know what they want, but it can't be good. I'm going to find another way around. You ought to do the same. Unless you're looking for a fight, that is. What? Just follow you around? I go my own way. Alone. Nobody. Just another harassing fool trying to stay alive. There's plenty of us around. Rag. That's it.
Drop your weapons!
I'll feed your innards to the ants before I do that, Istik.
This is your last chance!
No, look up. That was your last chance, Istik. Now burn!
Stop wasting time, Beretta. You're not here to play with the locals.
Of course, Kithrak. We merely sought to...
No excuses. Question, kill, then move on. Find the weapon. Our queen watches us. Fail her at your peril.
Those whelps are blocking the bridge. Time to put them in their place.
What easy prey you make, walking right within my blade's embrace. These creatures are so simple to ensnare, Beretta. You mule too much about your task.
Forgiveness, Kithrak.
And as for you, tell me, why shouldn't I run you through this instant? You make good use of silence. Too many think hot air will save them. If I have no use for you alive, I'll have your death slow and sweet. Understand? A vessel fell from the sky. We seek a precious weapon that was taken from it.
You feel Shadowheart's anxiety. The weapon that Voss seeks is the same one the Absolute's followers are hunting. It's the artifact that she carries. Her mind focuses. The Gith's suspicion cannot be aroused. They cannot discover that the weapon they seek is right within their grasp.
Help us find it, and I will leave your blood beneath your skin unspilled.
Don't help them. Don't tell them a thing. We're dead if you do.
Do not speak. Your bleating offends my ears. Just stand still.
He begins to move his hand in a quick flurry of gestures. You realize he's casting Detect Thoughts.
Nothing even approaching a useful thought in that skull. I ought to just kill you. Curious. I thought even the lowest of creatures had at least a shred of dignity. You prove me wrong. But there's a repellent logic in your words. You may notice things a noble Gith does not. Very well, Istik. Seek out survivors from the ship that crashed on this wretched world. Bring me their heads. Bring me the weapon. If you succeed, the reward will be great. Now go.
Seems the Githyanki are keen to reclaim the artifact I carry. I can't afford that to happen. In fact, none of us can. That thing is shielding us somehow. I don't want to know what happens if we lose it. Agreed. There's not much we can do but press forward.
Oh. My, you startled me. It's miles away. Someone I miss and lost, I suppose. Mystra commands all magic. Salvation, if such a thing exists, is hers to bestow or withhold. And yet even now, more than I fear losing my own self and soul, I fear losing my command of her art. Magic is my life. I've been in touch with the Weave for as long as I can remember. There's nothing like it. It's like music, poetry, physical beauty, all rolled into one and given expression through the senses. Would you like to experience this? Then follow my lead. Now you.
You feel something strange. Like a kind word and a kind touch at the same time. It's warm and comfortable.
Excellent. Now, repeat after me. Athran Mistraril Kantrak Eo.
Suddenly, the scent of rose water and a sense of well-being. A sliver of weave that tastes sweet on the tongue.
Very good. Now, I want you to picture in your mind the concept of harmony, as true as you can.
You see, or is it sense, the presence of a woman. The woman who hovered over Gale's palm. There's something like the anticipation of a kiss, then the pleasure of being cloaked in peace. You are safe. You are nestled in the cup of Mystra's hand.
You did it! You're channeling the Weave. How does it feel? That it does.
The weave connects you. The moment feels intimate. The weave evaporates, and as it does so, you realize the night feels suddenly cold and lonesome.
Oh. There it goes. How easily things slip away from us, no matter how hard they were in the obtaining. Good night. I enjoyed sharing a moment of magic with you.
King of kings I am. Let this place be sacred. Circle Glut takes root. My spawn will rise and sing of your might. You will be called Kingbringer. Take my gift of song. Cry it low or loud, but cry it proud, Kingbringer. So it is certain, and so you are known.
Spore's old song falters in the Myconid's minds, swallowed by a new rhythm. The Song of Glut.
You have served well, Kingbringer. But our work is not done. Spore was a coward. But in one thing it was correct. The Drow Nia must die. Bring me his head. A coronation gift.
I never thought I'd become a fungal errand girl, yet here I am.
When you reap no reward, this will be the way.
If I must.
Who there, wanderer? Stay thy course a moment to indulge an old man.
Elminster?
The very same, Gale. And a fair bit miffed he is, too, finding himself forced to expose his best pair of boots to so many miles of country road on your behalf.
Meet Elminster Ormar. A good friend of mine, but rather more significantly, he's the most famed and respected wizard in the realms.
Am I, indeed? Most famed and respected errand boy, more like. I was bid to spare neither time nor my own self to find you. She sent me, Gale. You know of whom I speak.
But why? Out with it, Elminster. Please.
Young man, has your sojourn away from Waterdeep washed away your decorum as well as your patience? Nigh a 10-day I've gone without honest fare, worthy of the name. Drank naught, but what the sky entitled my thirst. Why, some bread, cheese, and a cup of wine would appear unto me a feast. Surely you won't begrudge me a mite of rest and repast before I get out with it? And a great kindness that would be. See, Gale, Even in these barren parts, the art of hospitality begets inspired new works. If only one keeps up the practice.
Oh, for the love of...
This way then? To your camp. Oh, don't dawdle now, lad. You're the one who's in such a frightful hurry.
Oh, nigh on 13 centuries old and he still thinks with his stomach. We'd best follow and see if he's more disposed to speak plainly once it's stopped its grumbling. A wise choice. Better to indulge your curiosity than Elminster's appetite.
Yes, what a delightful wedge of old Arthurian that was. Doesn't do to parley on an empty stomach, you know. Makes one's words frivolous when they should be grave. Plenty to digest, after all. A good deal to stew over, if you will. Words ladled with import should be savored so as to better absorb their meaning. Wouldn't you agree?
Elminster!
Right. You see, well, that is to say, Gale, my boy, I've come to address a most pressing matter. I'll speak as plainly as I can, forswearing the accustomed frills that decorate my speech. I'm here on behalf of Mystra. The message and the charge I bring you are hers.
Oh, Mystra's delicate feet are ill-suited for the hardships of the road.
You know where you went wrong, Gale. No, we needn't dwell on that here and now. But even so, you're to be given a chance of redemption.
Mystra would consider... forgiveness?
She would consider... what she considers to be forgiveness. Mystra is aware of the misadventures that have befallen you both. She knows of your strife with the Absolute, that most insidious of evils. Alas, the creature that afflicts you, the ill-begotten magic that it weaves, is inextricably conjoined with both the greater purpose and the greater master that it serves. You must know that the Absolute is more dangerous than you can possibly conceive. It threatens all who live, even those who are undying. It threatens the gods, the weave, the very fabric of the universe itself. That is why I have come here to charge you, Gale, with its destruction. It is Mystra's belief that only you can. I doubt not your conviction, but Gale has an unnatural advantage.
The orb.
Precisely. Mystra has granted me the power to stop the clock, as it were, on the orb's rush to overpower you. Instead, you will be able to unleash its lethal combustion at will.
Interesting. This could be help, or hindrance. We shall have to see.
You must find the heart of the Absolute, whatever that may be, and use yourself as the catalyst that will burn it from this world.
He is not. But it seems that Mystra is.
It brings me no pleasure saying this, my friend. But such is Mystra's will. Yours must be the sacrifice that will undo the Absolute. And for your sacrifice, you will be redeemed. Such is Mystra's promise. With that, I've said my sorry piece, and need only bestow unto thee the charm I was bid. Maena hastra mistrarium Italior thras annas distra. It is done. Both charge and charm have been committed into your care. To you, I commit into care Gale himself. I count on you to shepherd him well on this strangest of journeys.
On my honor, I'm not sure yet I can say the same.
Like moons make swell and wane the nescient seas, so too the sky-strewn gods ordain the tidal fates of mortal days. And yet, an ocean born in lonely hours, come ebb, come flow, come all that is beyond the breadth of our dominion. Be a moon unto yourself. Even the waves of fate can break upon the shores of will. Farewell, my friend.
Farewell, Elminster. I'm glad she chose you. An audience with Elminster is never less than memorable. I'd have hoped to introduce you to him in less dire circumstances. But those are hard to come by these days. The Doddering Act is merely an illusion, one he's most adept at maintaining. Elminster is the most formidable wizard in the realms. Perhaps in existence. For Mystra to have sent him, the severity of her bidding could not be clearer, or weigh more heavily on me. Time seems so infinite when you're young. A month is an age. A year is a lifetime. It is a strange feeling to realize how little of it one might have left. Of course, we offer the clearest solution to our problem. All I have to do is find the right place and time, close my eyes, and let go. Then the slate will be clean. Wrongs will be righted, the Absolute will be gone, and I along with it. Possibly the most spectacular one ever conceived. But essentially, yes, I'm living on borrowed time in more ways than one. Perhaps this is how it must be. That remains ahead of us for now. The heart of the Absolute must be discovered before I can stop its beating. Let's save such certainty for the moment such a decision is upon us. We may feel differently once we know what we're truly up against.
I can't believe Mystra actually expects Gale to just sacrifice himself like that. Seems like a waste of a fine mind.
Oh, was that Gale's granddad? Wonder if he's a wizard too. He's certainly got the beardliness for it. Why'd he come all this way to track us down? Whoa now, he's got a... Well, I guess that would explain a little, but... Mystra? I mean, this is a lot to take in. What's he going to do? Fuck me. There's devotion and then there's stupidity. If the god of magic can't handle this without sacrificing Gale, she's no god at all. Poor Gale. He must be in bits after hearing that. I'll distract him. Tell him I haven't read a book since secondary school. Watch his face melt off.
Damn it all to the hells. We left Joaquin's Rest to burn, and Grand Duke Ravengard to burn along with it. Shit. 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 The inn has long burned to the ground. We'd more easily pull a rainbow from the sky. You need to understand. Duke Ravengard is my father. You weren't to know. I should have said sooner, but it's a complicated matter. I was close to my father once, until he disowned me and cast me out of Baldur's Gate. Hells, he may have made me an exile, but my heart aches to think we abandoned him to the flames. No, this can't be his end. Father's vanquished dragon cultists and assassins alike with his own bastard sword. A Ravengard is not ruined by fire nor blood. A Ravengard survives. Courage and confidence. You would have made a fine son to my father. Me? Well, I've never been able to escape my father's name, try as I might. My story is one of two men. The Blade of Frontiers, a man hunting the fiends who prey on the weak and claw at the coast. And Will Ravengard, a memory of a memory, a man who belongs to the past. I wanted you to know the Blade, not the shadow he left behind. There is, and you know why I can't tell you. My lips are quite literally sealed. Not so enchanting as you'd think. The Portiers, the Caldwells, they were the blue bloods hosting the fancy balls and drinking from gold goblets. Father's the son of a blacksmith, born with barely a coin in the coffers. He made a name for himself among the Flaming Fist. Brave as Balduran, stubborn as a deep Rothay. Daring, outspoken, but hardly posh. I spent more time dueling with Father than I did rubbing elbows with lords. Not to say I didn't develop a taste for good wine and the talent for courtly dance. Yes and no. Father taught me the 4 pillars of power. Courage, insight, strategy, justice. He reckoned I'd follow in his footsteps. First as a fist marshal, then as a duke. Vanquish evil, maintain order, save the world. But a duke makes bedfellows with more monsters than he slays. Father called it diplomacy. I called it hypocrisy. In the Frontiers, there is no posturing, no diplomacy. I slay monsters, I don't consort with them. Even if I might look like one. A possibility that's kept me awake countless nights. But I don't have a clue where to start, other than play her games and play by the rules. That's the only language devils listen to. There could well be. She has the blighted thing. What I know of it is simply what has engraved itself upon my memory. My contract is very clear. I can bring Mizora no harm. She'll have to let me out of my pact willingly. The only way out is if I can out-bargain her. We're standing here with nothing but the clothes on our backs and the worms in our heads. We can. I'm sure of it. How glad I am that you see me as more than my patron's pet.
Stand by me if you need to keep warm in this awful place.
This is no ordinary darkness. It feels powerful and familiar. These lands have been blessed by Lady Shar. You must learn more about her presence here.
I've lived in darkness for centuries, but never found any like this. Unsettling.
Only way to Moonrise, unfortunately.
Let's be quick. It feels hungry. Like it drained you dry.
Me too.
They don't seem to be harming me. The Shadow Curse. It doesn't seem to affect me like it does others. Not as badly, at least. Do you know what this means? I must be blessed. Lady Shar is protecting me where others are left to face her wrath. She loves me. She must do. You're resourceful. You'll find a way. Don't give me that look. It's a good thing that I'm resistant to the shadows. This way I can help you. Lady Shar wouldn't bless me like this for no reason. There must be something she wants of me. Those signs we found about Dark Justiciars, perhaps they were no coincidence. In either case, I need to watch for any place dedicated to Lady Shar. A temple, perhaps.
Stay together. Keep to the light. Stop! Who's there? First, come closer. Hands up.
Jonas, look out! Jonas! Jonas!
I'm here! Where are you? Jonas? Can you see our torches? I can't see anything! Something's wrong! Follow my voice! Come back to the light! Who's there? Meg? Is that...
Jonas?
There you are. Come. Show
they get hold of you? Harpers, now! Well done. Now we've got to move. I know a safe place. Give me your map. Keep your torch high. If you step into the shadows, you'll be felled in a heartbeat. Your funeral. Far as we can tell, there's no way through. The shadows will get you eventually, the deeper in you go. Keep to the light to buy yourself some time. Harpers, move out!
Well, well, well.
Some healing.
This place is protected. Must be the refuge the Harpers spoke of.
You there! Step forward and keep your hands off your weapons.
Easy! He's with me.
Come. Jaheira!
A count to 5 is all I need. This is why we're here, you see. It is a curious creature that hides all manner of secrets. But if there's one thing that we know, it's that it knows its own kind. You should never have come here, true soul.
Stop! What are you doing? He's the one who saved us!
He's the one who protected the Emerald Grove.
Yup. Didn't leave a goblin standing. Not so bad to hang around with either. Saved one of my friends from a druid with a snake. Knows when to be discreet, too. I pretty much trust him with my life.
A true soul with a mind of his own? How is that possible? Enlighten me. Now. Congratulations. You've earned yourself the benefit of the doubt. Hear me, Harpers. All clear. At ease. I'll not pretend to understand why you, the enigma that you are, suddenly crossed our path. But I'm old and wise enough to recognize a sliver of hope when it crawls out of the dark. Tell me, why have you come here? Then our interests align. We must all cure ourselves of the entire cult of the Absolute. There's food in the inn over there. Beds too if you require rest. Aloe oil in the cupboard, in case the vines gave you a rash. Settle in. Then come join me for a drink. You may just be the godsend we've been praying for.
Damon might be knocking around here, right? Oh my god, soldier. That's Jaheira. The Jaheira. Not personally. I mean, I wish. She's an absolute legend. Years ago, over a century, Jaheira was part of a group that saved Baldur's Gate from Sarevok, a Baalsport trying to plunge the city into war. My mum used to tell us stories about them. The legends who protected the city from evil. She said Jaheira was a powerful druid. Adamant. Tough. I've told myself those stories 1,000 times since. I never thought I'd meet Jaheira. She's a hero, and I was always some outer city kid. Can't believe she wants to talk to us about working together. What a day!
Good to see a friendly face.
All right, whatever I expected of...
Jaheira seems sure of you. I hope she's right. This barricade might keep the shadows out, but it won't help against what's already inside.
Free as you are, this is no time for a natter. Head on into Last Light.
Stock up while you can. I only hope I've brought enough to see us through. Cheeky. But, since you're asking...
Don't wander far.
Welcome to our humble... Wait, are you Karlach? A lot of us were in Avernus. We saw you fighting. You were so good.
Well, yeah. I guess I was. I mean, you should avoid fighting for devils if you can. But if you can't, it helps to have a good right hook.
I saw you lay out a Moor demon in 2 hits. Bam! Bam! We were all like, whoa! How'd you learn to fight like that?
Had to. Life didn't pull any punches. It was up to me to learn to take a hit and deal one back.
I've been tossed around a lot too. I want to learn how to fight back too.
From the look of things, you've got your wits about you. A clever mind and a bit of style will take you a long way. Fight with those, and you may find you never need to use your fists at all.
In that case, want to buy a lucky ring I found?
Ah! Nice try, Shorty. Keep it up, though, and you'll be scamming with the greats in no time. It is, isn't it? Hope he makes it out of this mess with his wits in one piece. I'd like to see him set up in a proper home in the city. Every kid deserves that.
Don't be shy. Check it out. We've gone legitimate, and Mol put me in charge. What do you need? I'm not supposed to mention it to anyone, but I do have something pretty special in stock. A key. What does it look like? What does it open? What treasures await behind its lock? That's for one lucky buyer to find out. Mol gave it to me, and said I shouldn't let it go to just any old Jackaday. mean, maybe. But she put me in charge of the shop. I thought... Never mind. Here. You can have it then.
Premium trinkets and doodahs.
Oh, you're all right. Thank goodness. I was worried they'd got you too. You don't know. Stars above. We were ambushed out in the darkness by cultists. We surrendered. But that wasn't enough for them. They lined us up like dogs. Asherak was with the kids, telling them it was going to be all right. Maybe that's why they picked him. Told him to kneel. They took his eyes first. Then his tongue. Witch. Back in the Grove, he ran drills with the kids. Wooden swords and the like. That seems like a lifetime ago now. Roland, of all people, saved us. He said he stayed in the Grove because of you. And I'm damn glad of it. Without him, well, none of us would be here. Yes. He shielded me and the kids, while his brother and sister rushed the cultists. Cal and Leah were dragged away, along with the others. Roland isn't taking it so well. None of us are, to be honest. How do you do it? How do you keep going? That sounds quite freeing. But I don't have that option, I'm afraid. You've done so much for us already. But I have to ask. The others might still be out there. If they're not dead, they're in Moonrise. And gods have mercy on anyone in that hell's pit. Thank you. If anyone can manage it, you can. Just be careful up there, all right? I can't handle anyone else dying.
Your job is... There's another bottle of Arabellan Dry back there. Put it on the bar, then piss off and leave me alone.
Jaheira said we should serve drinks, but that we shouldn't serve drunks.
Jaheira didn't save your ragged little tail from the cultists. I did. I'd rather drown than talk to a sanctimonious prick like you. If you're here to save the day again, you're a little late this time. I tried. Maybe she'll write a ballad about me. She can leave out the part where my brother and sister were dragged away screaming while I was saving the orphans. If you hadn't filled their heads with all that self-righteous, heroic crap at the Grove, none of this would have happened. They're my responsibility. You go save the world. Or your own arse. Or whatever it is you do. I'll fix this. I don't need your help, and I don't need your pity. Dead for all I know. Or in the cult's tower with the others who were taken. They're my responsibility. You go save the world. Or your own arse. Or whatever it is you do. I'll fix this. I don't need your help, and I don't need your...
Be welcome. Have a drink.
Oh, my gods.
To your very good health.
She is anxious for you to drink the wine first, and it's an anxiety you recognize. Not every knave prefers a blade in the ribs or arrow in the back. Some prefer poison. You perceive a faint hint of cloth grass, a herb that is said to elicit the truth. Jaheira smiles at you knowingly.
It doesn't spoil the taste, if that's what you're wondering. No, but it does leave the subject paralyzed. Whatever comes after, I would have you standing on your own 2 feet. Bottoms up. Well over a century old, and yet it hasn't lost a hint of flavor. Still not quite so sure about you, though. People tend to lose more than just flavor when illithids get their hands on them. I speak from experience. There's an air about you. Something alien. Answer me true and do not lie. The parasite is changing you, isn't it? Look around you. Good men, good women. Stranded here, 2 feet in the grave. If we're to survive, I have no choice but to trust you. Can I? Good. Because I'll cross your heart myself if you break it. I have every reason to be cautious. I've traced people like you. People with parasites in their brains. All the way here from Baldur's Gate. The cult of the Absolute is spreading through the city. Quietly, quickly, and with unsettling deliberation. We tracked them to this ancient village, only to be faced with a man we killed and buried over a century ago. General Ketheric Thorm. Remember that name. He's the leader of the Absolutists. He was a Sharan once. Took to building an army of dark justiciars beneath this very village. Alongside the local druids, we made it our business to see him deposed, dead and buried. But he's returned. Not only does General Ketheric Thorm live again, it seems he is no longer mortal. He has become, in fact, invincible. We met him on the road here, commanding an army of the Absolute, intent on destroying Baldur's Gate. I put an arrow through his eye myself, only to watch him pluck it out like a splinter. He healed right in front of me and chased us into the shadows. Things looked hopeless, but experience has taught me that no matter how bleak things look, there's always hope. You are that hope. Not immediately. Protected by your artifact, you can infiltrate his forces at Moonrise Towers, posing as a true soul. Find out what it is that makes him invincible, so we can strip him of his advantage. Once Ketheric is without his shield, the sword, together we assault his tower and put a final end to this blight. Any cure starts with understanding the disease. Whatever magic Gatheric's using to control these tadpoles, it must be at moonrise. Until then, we keep drinking wine when we meet. You're not our only secret weapon. Isabel, a faithful cleric of Selûne, and a light in the darkness. She cast the moon shield around the inn. It's the only reason we're still alive. She's upstairs in her chambers. Tell her I sent you, and she'll see you through the shadows safely.
Last light's
Isabel's in her room upstairs.
Not another ward, I hope. I'm better at subterfuge and spellcasting than babysitting. Wouldn't I like to know? I've asked the fellow many times, but he's not in a talking mood. Judging by his uniform, he's someone of import. He was here, fresh from the shadows, when Isabel banished the curse here. Jaheira warned the others to steer clear, hence why I'm on door duty. You, on the other hand... Trot on if you want. Or you could see if a friendly face would do him any good. He clearly needs help, but we're stretched thin as is. He's just inside, if you want to give him a once-over.
As I listen.
Vanya and me climbing up a tree.
He seems unaware of you or his surroundings. It's from no songbook you know of. Likely an original. He spent a long time in the Shadowfell, a Sharan realm without color or light. It's had a terrible effect on him.
He's been in the Shadowfell. All memories will have been stripped away. We need to remind him who he is. Some personal effects, maybe?
Lost in the shadows all this time. He must have left some part of himself behind. Something we can use.
Vanya and me climbing up a tree.
It's good to see you again. I'd ask if you've made any progress with your little problem, but the telltale twitching of your eye is answer enough. You wound me. I've only tried to be a friend to you, just as to the poor souls here where hope hangs by a single thread. I can mend it or cut it, depending on what they ask for. They're not the only ones ripe for temptation, you know. My last contract here fed me for decades. But of course, those curious little marks, something important to your master, no doubt. But what? A love letter? A warning?
A deed of ownership? I could give you all the gory details. But of course, you'll have to do something for me first. Let me think about it and get back to you. I do love the people in these dark lands. Everyone's desperate for something. At times I wonder if some other fiend swapped out your tongue with that of an ox. I never surrender knowledge for free, but one good turn deserves another, does it not? To repay you for the souls sent my way, I offer a taste of the truth. Ketheric Thorm, proud father, man of faith, utter fool. On the night the Harpers sealed him away, someone murdered his entire army in cold blood. Now who would possibly benefit from such a massacre? If you want to know more, I could work the exchange of such precious knowledge into the terms of your future deal. But the time for quibbling over clauses and contracts hasn't quite arrived. You'll be limping back to me soon enough. For now, I'm afraid you've already made me late for a meeting with another client. I'll see you soon.
Hiss! I say hiss! This is my territory, and you're in it. I'll allow it. Good of you to notice. For my part, I have noticed the cleric is a liar. She promised me a bit of milk. Do you see any milk, do you? Nor do I. Disgraceful. You've had enough. Now go. Quickly. Hiss. I slinked, of course.
You mean to reach Moonrise, and I've orders to help you. The path to the towers is drenched in blackness so deep even a torch cannot quell it. Yet the cultists have found a way to move freely. Whatever this method, you must claim it. A cultist convoy crosses the land as we speak. I've readied an ambush. Say the word, and we fly. Splendid. I'll mark your map should you lose the way. Harper's with me. Stray no more than an arm's length from your course.
This is heavy.
It's for a good cause.
Keep steady. We're closing in.
Zion's was strong. For all the good it did.
Perfect spot for an ambush. Get into position.
Get into position.
Every day, my queen. Your followers are legion.
Go. We'll wait for your signal.
Your faithful stand ready, Majesty. Soon we march. Soon the world will bow to you.
Here, we're boss. Something moved up there. Want me to drag it out?
Stay in the light! They do not go into the dark!
Didn't figure something as big and ugly as you for a coward.
No! They will not go into the dark! Enough! Stop! They will not become shadows! They will not feed the curse! Forgive me, my queen, but I had to. Before the dark got any stronger. That takes in the dark. Kill them! Destroy the blasphemers! Take out the droider! We need that... Come on, then. I fear neither shadow nor death.
Absolute! Guard against the darkness! Ignis!
That lantern's out. Time to collect.
One less blight in the darkness. 1,000 more to conquer.
At very least.
The lantern gives off a chilly glow, protecting all in its vicinity from the surrounding shadows.
Incredible magic. I can feel the light lifting the shadows, even those within me. Be safe and be brave. We expect no less.
You notice a tiny pixie trapped within. These Fey creatures are infamous for their trickery. Sometimes playful, sometimes malicious.
Oh please, oh golly me oh my, you must release me or I'll die. This lantern only lights the way when I am hurting night and day. My pixie dust is bright as day. my injuries can light the way.
Quite clever. And cruel, of course. But creatively so.
My name is Dolly Thrice. Now won't you free me from this vice? I dare not name it, newfound friend. The faintest touch could spell my end.
Finally! Been trapped in that coffin with no one but a Madge Rider and my own farts for company.
Did me a good turn there, didn't you? What do I owe you? Butter wouldn't melt. Well, look. I won't have you tracking me down in the Fae looking for tuppence. Let's finish this, fair and square. Here. Give this bell a shake. Speak the magic words and you'll get what you've earned. Protection from the shadow curse. What more could a dingus want? You're welcome.
Boo! I scared you! I saw it! Nobody beats me at hide and seek. Will you play with me? I'm Oliver. I'm 7. Will you play with me? I'm 7. Will you play with me?
Not an ordinary child, but not a spectre either. One part of a greater whole, something ancient and oddly sad.
All right. I'll hide, and you seek. Find me, and you win. Get ready, and no cheating.
Over there.
You weren't supposed to find me. You weren't supposed to win. Good idea. You're smarter than some playmates I've had. They always tried to leave before I was done with them. Try to find me again, but my family will be looking for you at the same time, so don't get caught. I win! I always win in the end. You did better than most, though, so I'll let you go. Here. Second prize. You'll need it. I won fair and square. There's no point in playing again. I want a challenge. Go on, find someone else to play with.
Hey, soldier, well, I'm not feeling so good. My engine is getting worse. Feels like it's going to burst out of my chest. I need to find a mechanic. A good one. Or this thing's going boom. Well, I imagine it's lights out, Big K. And then it'll be just you, your parasite, and the wild yonder. I'm sure you'd manage. But this old girl's got a few things to do before it comes to that. The voice of the Absolute is strong here, and getting stronger. I don't know how much longer I can resist it. But it's good to see you're making progress. You took an unexpected route here. You did a brave thing, saving those people in the Grove. Don't be so hard on yourself. It's not your fault the world is wicked. You did the right thing. It just doesn't stop. We are being bombarded by waves of telepathic energy. Wave after wave with hardly a breath between them. I almost dare not rest. Each wave a set of orders to the infected. The order for your transformation has been given many times already. I just hope my powers last long enough to see this through. What's this?
Huh. So, that's what people mean when...
Let's have it.
You know, I've been catching myself smiling more lately. I think that's your fault. Rings a bell? Why? Oh, hells. You didn't pick that by hand, did you? They're deadly poisonous. Joking! They're safe. And beautiful. Thank you. I don't have anything to give you in return, I'm afraid. Well, perhaps I can come up with something later, all the same. Difficult to say. A fellow servant of the Night Singer would surely be an ally to me under most circumstances. But something doesn't add up. I'll need to see where his allegiances truly lie.
Apex's pace. I give you backfire. Go on. Cheers. Bottoms up. Go nuts.
It's bloated like a corpse and smells worse. Did the curse do this?
Leaning in, you can see how the creature's skin barely holds it together. The bulge of its belly is on the cusp of bursting wide open.
Oh, gods. I do not want whatever's inside that guy all over me.
Go on, Flynn. Make it drunk. Be drunk. You and I both. To our good health.
liquid burns your throat as you swallow, but otherwise you feel no ill effects.
Elixir. But such a small sip you take. Fear not. You will soon quaff as I do. A fable, a saga. Guide me. So am I. When my cup runs dry, let me pour you some sympathy. You ask, you drink, then you amaze, enfuse, astound me again. Father Ketheric created, Father Ketheric sustains. Bring it in, toss it down, love it up.
Your belly rumbles as the vile brew fills it, yet your mind remains miraculously steady.
More stories. Tell me of foes fell, villains vanquished, beasts bastard. Molten, hot, heavy. We saw such a beast in my latrine. A fierce foe. Ask, question, make your query, and drink once more. Father Ketheric's laughter, not joy, not ever, never. questions done. Finished. Over. Only drink. The spirit of the land. More drink. Father. Father is Father. Eternal. Invincible. Forever. Except not. No more questions. Drink!
Each swig is as painful as the last, but you remain in otherwise sound mind and body.
I know you. I knew. I know. I am knowing. You want Father's personal, mysterious secret. Secret? No. Not never. Father said, ordered, commanded. Don't say it. Don't say it. Urcage. Urcage. Talk and perish. Die. Buried. Buried in Thorn Tomb. Father told me. I can't perish. No. Nay. Neither. Too strong.
Demon's teeth. Look at those fires. The absolute...
Countless distant silhouettes leave you no doubt. A veritable army swarms the path ahead.
Ketheric's army. I suppose I could end them all with a bang. But my target is the Absolute itself.
Quick. Is that a hospital? Here?
Might be some potions inside. Or a load of cursed scalpels.
Here to see the doctor? Are we poorly? Are we desperately poorly? Oh, not so well. But well enough to wait. Join the line, and you will be seen. As pale as a ghost. You must see the doctor immediately. Down to the theater. Be swift. Be saved.
The objective of the Scalpel Sisters is to soothe. For the scalpel indeed is an extension of Shah. See how the patient reacts
hearts when I but stroke the right nerve. Hear its comfort, hear the very melody of mercy. Pray, sister, show us the extent of your beneficence. Stop. Stay your hand, for it slaps where it should stroke. We can hardly hear the patient sighs of solace. Perhaps it is our unexpected audience that makes you quiver. Come, step forward. You are no sister, but that matters none. Every student is welcome.
Absence.
Absence. No other word captures the heart of Shah so very perfectly. It is the scalpel-led journey that leads from pain to peace.
What the fuck is this loon talking about?
See? What is the light of eyes but the cancer that causes one to witness the laceration of being? If light is the symptom, then darkness is the cure. For in light there is presence, but in darkness there is absence.
In light is presence, in darkness, absence.
You are well on your way, but one white orb disfigures you still. Let us finish the cure.
Try as you might, you can't think of any relevant teachings. The sisters' blades are unkempt, rusted with blood. Even in your skilled hands, a clean cut would be difficult.
Their incisions are, as yet, still streaked with imprecision. That much I must concede. How to steady their hands, I wonder. I see now. By example, I must edify and quell the light that blinds us. Come, sisters, soothe me.
Down by their own minions, as always.
Deeper than a Sharon's blood.
The great cure. Final. Final. Forever. He was good.
Our hero thought but of treasure ahead, did not consider the peace of the dead. Through the dark he went creeping, and awoke what was sleeping. A new grave they dug, which he himself fed. Ah, greed. My favorite virtue. I've grown quite fond of you, you know, in my way. I thought it only fair to warn you about the dangers ahead. Oh, we both know they are soon to be revealed. It would be pointless of me to try to bar you from entering. But I can set the scene, as it were. Prepare you for your role. There is a stage down in the dark upon which a great drama has suspended itself in time. Its actors dwell there still, mired in the languor of their long, tired scenes. If you, however, through the dark, go creeping and awake what is sleeping, chances are many more graves than yours alone will soon be fed. Very well. There is a creature that lurks in silence and shadow. A creature who, like me, is very much of the infernal persuasion. Should it make its way out through the very doors you are about to brazenly swing open, you'll have unleashed a pestilence upon this realm. In truth, it is carnage incarnate. So if you meet the devil of which I speak, kill it. Consider no other course of action. This creature and I go back a long way. I admit it would be in my best interest as well should it remain trapped in the dark. Or misplace its head, perhaps? I should not relish its reacquaintance. Let's leave it at that. It's something of great importance to your master. But is it a love letter, a warning, or a deed of ownership? I can give you all the gory details, and I will. Once the beast that lurks below is vanquished and sent back to the hells. You have it in you to author a thrilling finale if you heed this warning. Do not underestimate this opponent. At best, you will have the blink of an eye to strike. Strike first, strike true, defy the odds, for they are distinctly in its favor. That much I owe the bastard to concede. After all, if there is one rule I hold dear, it's that one must always give the devil his due.
All these dark justiciars slain in battle. They must have a stronghold nearby, or a temple.
Careful, I bite.
So, one dead devil, and you might learn something new about yourself, Astarion. Seems promising. If you trust Raphael, that is.
Quick step. I'll just help myself. Very well, then.
Sigils. Attempts to restrain Lady Shah's power, perhaps. Failed attempt. More to this place. I'm sure.
Someone went for a stroll.
Better be
Lady
careful what can
Shah's
trigger that
presence
thing.
is near.
Susun Elg Oloth.
Isabel? Ketherick's daughter, no doubt. Let's hope the apple fell far from that twisted cursed tree. But it's not working either.
This must be the way forward. The Gauntlet of Shah. Before my very eyes. The Dark Lady guided me here. She wanted me to find this place.
Shah, singer of eternal night, protector of the lost and forgotten.
Welcome, child. Follow my voice and prove your worth.
The Gauntlet of Shah. I can't believe it. I can't believe we found the Dark Lady's sacred crucible. Overwhelming. Worship of Lady Shah is usually discreet by nature. Her holy sites have to be modest, well hidden. But that place... I never knew such grandeur had been built in her honor. The Gauntlet of Shah is no ordinary temple. It is the highest test of the Dark Lady's faithful, to judge if they are worthy of becoming a Dark Justiciar. The Gauntlet has double meaning. It speaks of the ordeals to be overcome, and of the armor-clad fist of Lady Shah that would embrace the worthy. Survive the crushing gauntlet, and be embraced by the Night Singer at its very core. The old ways were lost over time. Now some claim the rank simply by killing a single Selûnite. But before, they were a true elite. Many would attempt the trials, but few would succeed. Very serious of you. But go ahead. I won't pretend that I don't know what you mean. Ever since we entered the Shadow Curse, I felt like something's calling to me. Some purpose that I need to find. Give me some time. If I can figure out whatever it is that I need to do, well, then there should be more time for us. Fine. What's on your mind? Quite splendidly, to give credit where it's due. You and I have shared some good times together, and it seems we have plenty in common. Considering all we've been through, I think I was very lucky to find such favorable company. And attractive company too, no less.
Even shaped by shadow as it is, Sharan architecture has a kind of beauty to it.
Beautifully intimidating. This place was meant to scare people into submission.